And welcome back to Say It Is with Brandon and Tyler. We got a few different topics, all kind of related to each other. So we got Skubal trade rumors because Detroit has fallen apart after their entire team got injured. You got Judge being out on injury, which does affect the Yankees organization in terms of hitting. And then there's also those lovely CBA discussions. So to kick everything off, Tyler, do you have any, what are your options of potential Skubal being traded to?
Well, I'm thinking that with Detroit's collapse and him possibly being traded maybe before the beginning of the next season, I'm thinking that either the Dodgers will probably pick him up or it's going to go to I don't even know. I don't. There are so many teams that could possibly be. He could go to the freaking Mets for all I care.
Well, there's so many teams that could use him, and obviously with him being like a top 2 or 3 pitcher in the league, top 2.
Even the Brewers can use him.
Yeah.
In my
Milwaukee has a farm system to do it.
Going off topic a little here on my MLB The Show.
Yep.
Tariq Skubal is on Seattle. What do you think of that?
Ooh, I don't think. Does Seattle have the farm system for that?
I don't know.
Because obviously that was a free agent pickup because he's a free agent after the season's over.
Right.
So let's look up Seattle farm ranking. Okay. So they're in a top 10 farm system. They're not going to be giving up Cade Anderson, Colt Emerson, and I believe there's one other pitcher as well that they won't be getting rid of. I have to brush up on my Seattle farm system because I keep track of how many different things. But yeah, no, they could potentially swing something for Skubal. I did recently write on Substack a early trade targets because it's that time of year where it's like, hey, what do teams need and all that. Milwaukee obviously needs third base or shortstop power hitter, but as we already established, anyone could use a Skubal.
Anybody could use a Skubal. Anybody can use a Schultz or an Aaron Judge. I mean,
Judge is not leaving New York.
No, Judge is not leaving New York. Anyways, going on to Judge, he is out for 4 to 6 weeks, about the same time as Munetaka Murakami, because he got a stress fracture on his first right rib.
Yeah, so if you that's pretty close to where the arm is. I was listening to Foul Territory, and I think it was AJ Przinsky or someone else who said that that's a similar injury to what Zach Wheeler had. Mm-hmm. So with that said, when you include the rehab assignment, Judge is out for at least 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the numbers over the previous seasons when Judge was out, the Yankees offense took a huge nosedive. You're talking overall OPS plummeting down to the 5, 6, 7, low 700s.
And now with Mune and Judge out.
Yep.
For now, it seems like Kyle Schwarber might win the AL MVP this year.
Kyle Schwarber's in the NL. He can't win AL MVP.
I meant overall.
There's 2 MVPs, one AL, one NL.
I know.
Yeah, no, the NL MVP race could be once again a Schwarber versus Ohtani. Wait, no, never mind. Still Ohtani.
And who would take AL?
AL would be, that actually could be Bobby Witt or Julio. Bobby Witt of Kansas City and Julio Rodriguez out of Seattle.
Yeah,
because Julio's on an MVP track. He's on a Hall of Fame track, right? And he is he usually takes off around second half of July, beginning of August, where the joke is he would remember how to play baseball, and his OPS all of a sudden like
Oh.
skyrockets up to like 1,300 or whatever during those times of the year.
So top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top 5 for AL MVP odds, right?
Yep.
Jordan Alvarez
Jordan. Okay.
on Houston.
Yep.
Whit Jr., which is on Kansas City.
Yep. Bobby. Yep.
Ben Rice, New York,
Yep.
of the Yankees.
And then Julio.
No,
Really?
Nick Kurtz
Oh, of the Athletics.
and Jose Ramirez.
Well, it's Jose Ramirez. He's always going to be on that list.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
top
I'm surprised that Julio isn't on there. Like, okay, I'm going to pull up Julio's numbers because I know Julio typically has a slower start. So if we go over to so this year he is hitting with a 260 average, 782 OPS with 13 home runs, and then come like August, that's good. He could get like a 45 home run season with closer to like a 300 batting average, makes his OPS like 1,000.
Yeah.
Welcome to how Julio works. But that's a possibility. But I was gonna say with Judge being out, it hurts the Yankees less this time around because of Ben Rice, and that they're deeper than they were the previous times that the Yankees were out. With that said, the Yankees are running it back with essentially the same roster as last year, and which means that roster is just getting older. When they age themselves out of existence, they stop being productive.
Yes, that is true.
And then with going back to Skubal, I did put in what Milwaukee could do to trade for Skubal. So no matter what, like Milwaukee would have to give up Luis Lara, who's a center fielder in the system. Otherwise, they have to give up either Bishop Letson or Robert Gasser. And then for infield outfielder options, they can either do Josh Adamczewski or Jet Williams, and then a player to be named later, or they can choose Blake Perkins or Akil Baddoo. But that's only if Detroit doesn't think they can come back and win the AL Central, given that the entirety of the AL this year is either bad or injured.
Detroit's not going to win the AL Central. It's a pissing contest between the Guardians and the White Sox.
Okay, so in other words, they could potentially get a wild card spot and still get in because the AL is bad.
I mean, let's look at the standings.
Oh, you want to look at the standings? Okay. A lot of things can change yet. We still got most of June. We got all of July, August, and September. And we've seen how teams can just collapse in 1 month, and then another team takes a wild card spot, i.e.
This is standings before the All-Star game.
Okay.
So, with the way the White Sox are going right now, they're 34-30.
Yep.
Because they did win today.
Yep.
Against Philly.
Yep.
So they're 1.5 games back from Cleveland.
Yep.
So if Cleveland does their historic collapse, oh my God, there's only 2 teams above 500 in this fucking division.
Welcome to the AL. Hey, you want to look at the AL West? I think it's only Seattle with a winning record.
So my thing is that no. Winning record?
Yeah, winning record in the AL West.
Oh.
That should be.
Yeah.
That's just Seattle.
Yeah.
And then the AL East should only be like the Yankees and Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay, so the AL is bad.
So unless the Guardians and the White Sox absolutely shit the bed, the Tigers are not winning the division because the Tigers are 10 games back. They're 26-39. They haven't even won their 30th game yet.
All right, now look how many games they are back from the. Look at how many games they are back from the wild card spot, like the third wild card spot.
Wild card.
Because that should be closer. Because we had a bunch of games that just ended right now. There's like West Coast teams going right now.
They are.
Oh, they're 5.5 back from the third wild card spot.
No, they're not. They're six games back now.
Oh, because they just lost?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only part, if the
Injuries. All we gotta say is injuries.
yeah, so the White Sox are in the second wild card with plus 2.5.
Yep. And they can't take the number one wild card spots because of the Yankees existing and Tampa Bay existing.
Right. The only way they're going to not be in the wild card is if Cleveland shits the bed.
Yeah, in that case, they would win the division.
Yeah.
But you only need like 83, 84 wins to get a wild card spot this year.
By the way, we're better than the Cubs right now.
You want to like say that louder for people because the Cubs.
White Sox are better than the Cubs. 34-30 White Sox, 34-31 Cubs.
That's virtually the same record, my guy. It's a half a game difference.
I don't care. We're still better.
You're like, hey, screw the Cubs. Okay, I understand. I understand. And then, but so we have those fun little CBA discussions, right?
Yep.
And the MLB proposal, which had like the most publicity, had a competitive integrity tax, which is instead of a hard salary cap, the MLB PA proposed tax on teams that do not spend at least half the base of the competitive balance tax versus the luxury tax. So it's like a soft cap, and then doing so it's like enforcing payrolls to be at least 150 mil. Milwaukee only needs 150, 155 mil to win championships. Fun fact. Revenue sharing reforms. The union proposed expanding the sharing of local revenue sales, which makes small markets receive a guaranteed 240 mil in revenue per season, provided they spend it on team payroll. Adjustments on luxury tax, everything just skyrockets from where it currently is at. And then the players just want all, like, even the rookies and everyone, they want their salaries like doubled. And then it's like was it like teams that receive revenue sharing profits like forfeit portions of their checks depending on payroll levels. Recipients that win receive more money. So 3 million a minimum tender in arbitration. Arbitration Super 2s jump from 22% of players to 44%. And then the owners are like 50-50 revenue split between league and the players, where the cap and floor would increase as league revenue grows. The local media centralization. So all local media and national media would be split equally amongst all 30 teams. Now, what that would also do is the owners have said that they will remove the blackouts in media if there's a hard cap. And the Yankees and Dodgers actually agreed to this as long as there is a hard cap. And then it would be like a phase into multi-year transition period to allow high-spending teams to reduce payroll and low-spending teams to increase it. And then a lot of it's just related to money. Now, both sides of that argument are, let's say, they're both greedy and they're not focusing on what's needed. Like both their proposals tackle the same problem with the very low spending revenues of those teams that are underneath like $100 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they can't come together, although yes, this is the first proposal, but the path forward is focusing on the problem of the just either doing like a soft floor or doing a hard cap system, which has that hard floor with it.
Well, what do you think about the salary caps proposal now?
So if you look at the salary cap proposal now, I like where let me scroll. Okay, so the owner's proposed cap is 245.3 mil, which is pretty similar to where the soft cap currently is, which the soft cap is at 244 mil. The initial floor they were looking at doing was actually at 160 mil, but they increased that floor to 171 mil. But
honestly, those just need to be the hard cap and hard floor.
Yes. I still think the hard floor could be like 20 million lower, but the cap is pretty nice.
You're not going to get 20 million lower now with the players union.
That's true. But on like they
Remember,
need to fix the system.
Remember, the players' union are the bastards of the MLB.
Right. Yeah, this time around they are. Last time around, like 2 times ago, I think it was the owners and then the past time around, I think it was equal, and this time around it's the Players Association. In fact, the Players Association, instead, because this time around the owners are doing lip services to the fans, while the MLB PA is just putting their arms up, going, eh. They need to pick between the two systems. They need to pick one, and that's where everything can start. But without picking a same system, they're speaking two totally different languages and not communicating with each other. So like we could be looking at either a just a you're either lost games or you're going to be missing a whole season, but they're not going to be doing a 94 strike style because no one wants to miss games, and then that just will make the courts just go back out there and do your jobs. That's what happened back in 94. But this time they're going till the CBA expires, and then they're going to start the lockout on December 1st. Go from there. You have your own 2 cents on the CBA.
I like the proposal the way it is, only because it's something. It's not just, oh, here's a soft cap, here's a soft floor. All right, Dodgers won the World Series again. It's something that they can regulate and make changes to it later.
Yeah, so long story short, you like the owner's proposal a bit more.
Yes.
Yeah, same here. In fact, I would not, because underneath my piece I wrote on that is I said that the players are being a little bit more greedy than normal. Now, the players' argument towards the fans are, if you have one organization say, hey, we'll pay you this much, and the organization you're leaving, hey, we'll increase your pay to whatever, but the other deal is better, you're just going to leave that, and you're not going to have your wages capped. While in sports, like especially major sports, you have those salary caps where players can't make above a certain amount until the cap and floor are raised.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's a different thing because one is just everyday life and the other one is, I don't know, professional sports where you want parity and teams to be competitive, and underneath the hard cap system, the only time teams are not competitive is when you have a inept front office. Let's look at like
NFL. You want to talk inept front office? You want to talk about inept offices?
Sure.
Look at none other than J.B. Pritzker and the state of Illinois with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, they're relocating to Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. But if you look at just individual sports front offices, because that's more of a political problem, that the mayor of Chicago and Pritzker, or as we passionately refer to him as Fat Bastard, just punt the football on that and just say, hey, Indiana, take the franchise. But no, if you want inept like front offices in sports, you got to look at the Cleveland Browns, the New York Jets. I don't know what inept front offices are over in Colorado the NBA, Rockies. Man. Oh yeah, baseball, Colorado Rockies, the Angels, because of, well, that's just a bad owner. Artie Moreno. Anyways, oh no, oh yeah, Bob Nutting. That's just a bad owner, not necessarily an inept front office. It's just Bob Nutting.
Well, with a bad owner comes an inept front office.
Sometimes they're doing what they can, but I think the Pittsburgh is entirely Bob Nutting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's all Bob Nutting. But and then like what in hockey world, it's like I know Buffalo for the longest time had a really inept front office, and then now they finally.
You want to talk about inept owners recently from baseball?
Besides Jerry,
the A's.
Oh, Mark Fisher, or is it? I think it's Mark Fisher. I get his name right. A's owner. Oh, John Fisher. Okay, whatever. Either way, he's like, hey, let's just pack the bags and move to Vegas. Now, what's funny with Vegas, they're a hockey town because that's a homegrown franchise. It's not like a team that.
Oh, fuck Vegas.
Oh, hey, I was listening to a little bit of while door dashing for Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
I'd rather Carolina win than Vegas, because fuck Vegas.
Vegas
Oh, fuck Vegas! They're winning 4-0.
Vegas could win their third championship in 9 years of his existence as a franchise.
Well, whatever. Go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're salty over Vegas and the Stanley Cup. Should we wrap it up?
Me and everybody else that wants Carolina to win. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
Wrap it up.
Okay. Okay. So with you being salty over that, we'll just listen to us on either Substack, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, and then socials will be in the description. If you want to read stuff, just go to the Substack. I have plenty of stuff there that'll also be in the description. Until next time, bye.